Hey everyone, it's D again, and today I'm going to show you my new Khalil Maamoon Pharonie. I got this from hookahstore.com. On hookahstore.com's website, they call this a Zig Zag. If you look at the KM hookah section on the last page, you'll find Zig Zag, and it's the same hookah as the Pharonie. It has the copper downstem just like the Pharonie. It has all the same engraving, same style. It's the same hookah. Now let's take a close-up look at it. Starting at the bottom with the vase, it's hand painted. You can see there's imperfections in the paint, and I'm not real crazy about the vase, to tell you the truth. I'm probably going to swap it out one of these days. I don't like the opaque paint. I really don't really care for the color either, but anyway, that's what it is. It's very functional. The glass is of good quality. Very few imperfections in the glass itself. Starting here at the chamber is brass plated, and it has, besides having fingerprints on it, it has some little engravings, a little pharaoh, and some other Egyptian themed engravings. There's a pyramid, sun rays, things like that. There's also some engravings on this portion here. There's engravings on here too, but they don't really look very good, to tell you the truth. Vertical style purge valve. I replaced the steel bearing with the plastic bead, and my cat is really wanting to get into this video bad. The next section up from the chamber is nickel plated, this area here. This section is copper plated, and it also has engravings in it. They're very fine, probably very difficult to see here with reflection and everything else. There's some imperfections in the plating, but nothing to write home about. This section is nickel. And this section up here is brass plated. It also has some engravings in it. Again, very fine and going to be difficult to see. Has the standard Khalil Maamoon tray. Ignore the ashes. It also has the, try to get this up here, the typical tray base with the logo stamped in it. Little tip here, I put some little two-sided sticky things. I only removed the sticky from one side and attached them to the tray, and that keeps the tray from rumbling. And the bowl is a pretty typical standard Egyptian bowl. This is a fairly wide, shallow bowl, nice clay bowl, and yeah, that's about it. Now, as far as imperfections, it has all the typical handmade imperfections, you know, some marks and stuff here. This particular one, mine, I'm not saying the Pharonie in general, but this one had some pretty serious issues with solder joints, at the bottom of the chamber where the purge valve and the hose port and the downstem come through that plate. There was a leak allowing smoke. When you purge, it would allow air up into the hollow part of the stem. And let me show you a close-up of what I was getting there. Okay, what I'm going to do here is plug the purge valve with my finger right here. And I'm going to blow into the hose lightly, very lightly. And I want you to watch along this seam right here between the copper and the steel. Yeah, so that's what happens. Now, it was a pretty easy fix, to tell you the truth. I decided to rework the solder joints myself, having the necessary equipment and ability to do that. I just basically reheated the solder joints and added some solder here and there, and that greatly improved it. It still has a minor leak somewhere in there. I'm just going to put some JB Weld around there, and I'm sure that'll take care of it. Other than that, the hookah is great. It smokes really well. I really like the hose that it came with. This is a KM leather wrapped handle hose, and I really like this hose. It has a slightly restricted draw compared to a larger gauge hose like my Narbiche has a very wide open draw, and I actually prefer the slightly restricted draw of this hose. I would say that the draw on the hookah itself is more open than my Alfacher hookah. It also purges better than my Alfacher now that I have put the plastic bead in the purge valve. With the steel valve, because this valve is pretty vertical, you have to blow that ball up out of the way, and it made it somewhat difficult to purge. Now with the plastic bead in there, it purges great. That's it. That is completely purged right there. That's amazing to me. The Alfacher does not purge anywhere near that quickly or that smoothly. So it's a great hookah. I really love it. I got other than again having to rework those solder joints, you know. But again, that's just my particular hookah. I really like it. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend hookahstore.com. I got a great deal from them. And being that just the way it timed out, it showed up on my birthday, and so it was a great birthday present for myself. And with that, this has been D from hookahpro.com. Be sure to check out hookahpro.com, and thanks for watching.